back to my channel. My name's Brittany Lancaster. I'm so excited you're here and I'm so excited for this video. So today I am going to be giving you all of my advice regarding college and my college years and all that jazz. Just to give you like more of a backstory, I guess. I graduated from the University of Oregon in June. I majored in advertising and I minored in business administration. I had an amazing time in college and I can't wait for you all to experience college. It truly is such an incredible time. And yeah, so I had you guys submit questions on my Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram, it is at Brittany Lancaster, so go check it out. Also, I'm drinking my morning coffee because we need that right now, so. Let's start off with something super basic. So how do you decide what college to go to? I think that has to be an individual choice regarding like what you want. You know, personally for me, I chose Oregon because I knew I wanted to go to a big school. I knew I wanted to go to a school that had big sports culture. I wanted Greek life. I wanted various different clubs and organizations that I could join. Oregon offered me all of that, and so I was like, okay, sounds pretty good. So I really recommend just like figure out what you want out of college first, and then when you're applying to colleges, make like pros and cons lists of those colleges, and that'll help you. Easiest way to make friends. I think especially freshman year, a big thing is joining clubs, or if you are interested in Greek life, maybe going through recruitment. But I think clubs are super important. Also like intramural teams, like if you're interested in sports, those are really awesome. Also in your dorms, like I had a pretty good dorm hall, like we were all super friendly to one another, and like it was just nice to have like friendly faces. Also, there's like even academic clubs if you're interested in like a specific subject, at least at U of O. Like let's say you're interested in law, there was like mock trials. So there's various different things for it to offer you. What's the biggest difference between high school and college? So in my opinion, I think the biggest difference is in college, there's really hardly any structure. In high school, you wake up, you get to school by 8 o'clock and you get out at 3:30, right? And then you either play sports after or go to your clubs after or whatever, or you just go home. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be in school from 8 to 3:30. Whereas college, you have class for like 2 hours a day, but then it's on you to do your assignments for that class with your free time and balancing different organizations that you're a part of, and like if you have a job, balancing all of that. So it's up to you to stay motivated and to get ahead in your classes and to do what you need to do by the deadlines or by your midterms and various things like that, which is great because that's a part of becoming an adult. You have to learn to do that on your own. How did you meet your best friends? Did you know any of them before starting college? So personally, I met a lot of my best friends through my sorority, but then also Kaylee, we're like family. We're related through marriage, not blood. That's why we look nothing alike. But I've known her since I was 2, and we just ended up going to the same college. But she's been my best friend for a long time. But my other best friends, I met them through my sorority. Can you talk about your experience with Greek life? I just want to say this first, like, I think that our culture oftentimes, and especially TV shows and movies, really depicts Greek life in a certain way, but that was the complete opposite of my experience. I had the most incredible experience in my sorority. I made the most incredible friendships in my sorority. I was able to gain leadership roles. Also, each sorority has a philanthropy, so you raise money for a super, super important and very worthy cause. And that's just like a super empowering thing because personally, my sorority, we raised money for St. Jude Children's Cancer Research Hospital, and it was just a super empowering thing to look around the room and know that we are all women in our 20s, yet we are raising thousands of dollars on our own for this incredible organization that is helping children survive from cancer. So my sorority experience was absolutely incredible. I had the greatest time. Something I would definitely say for if you're deciding to go through sorority recruitment, please just be yourself and you will end up in whatever chapter is best for you. That was how I knew what sorority was right for me. Was I just always felt so comfortable. This sounds cliche, but I felt very like at home, and yeah, and so I just knew that that was personally the right chapter for me. I definitely recommend it, especially just like leadership wise. It's great things to put on your resume. Within my sorority, I led freshman year, I was house manager assistant, super exciting, and then sophomore year I was external philanthropy chair, and then sophomore / junior year I was academic chair, and then my junior / senior year I was the vice president of administration. So those are really cool things that you can put on your resume, and also the friendships were just obviously amazing. Like, I met my absolute best friends and I could not imagine life without them, and that's the honest truth. I want to rush, but I'm scared of being judged by sorority girls because of my weight. Any advice? Again, at Oregon, we have this thing called values-based recruitment, right? So that means that we look at who you are as a human being. I think that question is rooted in a lot, again, of Western culture, movies, and TV shows that make Greek life seem very different than how it actually is. Again, if anybody judges you for that, it says everything about who they are as a human being and absolutely nothing about who you are, and that was not my experience at all. Are classes as hard as people say? Yes and no. If you're on top of your game and you're staying organized and you're staying on top of your schoolwork, they're not that hard. But if you don't go to lectures all week and you don't study for your midterm, yeah, you're probably not going to do very well, just to be super honest. But if you're on top of it and you're going to lectures and you're actually paying attention in lectures, you're going to do fine. You're going to do great. The thing that's different about college versus high school is in your college classes, your exams are weighted way more than your homework. The majority of my classes, my final and midterm probably took up 70 to 80% of my grade, and then homework and like attendance was like 10%. So that's why it's important to make sure you're listening in lectures and study, and you're going to do great. Were you a part of any clubs or societies? Yes. So I was a part of Tri Delta at the University of Oregon, and I was also, which is a sorority, and then I was also a part of Love Your Melon, which is a club on the campus that basically we raise awareness for childhood cancer. So that is something that I'm very passionate about, is finding a cure for childhood cancer, because no child should have to go through that. It's horrible. What if you don't like your roommate in college, or if she's mean, and then how to find a roommate? So personally, my freshman year was a bit difficult. Like, at first, my freshman year, I decided to move out of my original dorm just because, like, it just wasn't the best situation for me. It wasn't the healthiest environment for me to live in. So I moved out and I moved into a different dorm, and I ended up getting a roommate that I absolutely loved, and we got along so great, and it was amazing. But she unfortunately had to move back home spring term. So spring term I had the dorm to myself, which was cool because I had the room to myself, but it was also like a bummer because I really loved her and it was awesome to like have her around all the time. So, but because of that, spring term, it made me be like super outgoing, and I got super close to my big, her name's Samantha, but I call her Sammy Sam because that sounds so much better than Samantha. I think with roommates, I think, you know, you just have to be understanding of one another, and I think it's definitely okay if things don't work out. Like, my original freshman roommate, I wish her nothing but the absolute best. It just, we weren't meant to live together, you know, and that's totally okay. But then all of my other roommates throughout college were really amazing, and I lived really well with them. So that's another advice for college, is it's okay if not everybody likes you. That's gonna happen in college. You just have to stay true to who you are, and you will find people who appreciate you and love you for who you are. Next one. Did you have a job? Yes. I babysat Monday through Friday every single day for one family. They had 3 boys, and I think since I babysat for only one family, that family kind of became my family away from home, if that made sense. Like, I wouldn't just babysit them, you know, like for holidays, I would go over and decorate like holiday cookies with them and stuff like that. I love kids, so babysitting was like the best situation for me. And what I would do is I would schedule my classes around babysitting. So I would take morning classes, like I would take 8 a.m.s and 10 a.m.s, and then in the afternoons I wouldn't have class, so I could go pick up the kids from school and take them home and make them a snack and bring them to whatever after school activities they had. They were amazing and very special people. Like, I really value them. Where can I get scholarships? So something that's really amazing about college is there are so many different businesses and organizations that give away scholarships. So throughout college, I got a ton of merit scholarships, so like academic scholarships for my GPA and things like that, and that helped so much throughout college. And my parents also helped through college as well. I still have student debt, but it would have been a lot worse had I not been able to get scholarships. Each college usually has a financial aid office. Definitely call them, see where you can get scholarships from and various things like that. And I got scholarships from my university, from my national sorority. I got scholarships through my major. Yeah, different like companies that were giving away scholarships. I would apply on their websites, just apply everywhere. When you think about it, if it takes you 3 hours to write a scholarship essay, but you win a $1,000 scholarship from it, that's the fastest you're ever going to make $1,000 for school. Definitely just put in the work and apply to them, as many as you can. Was the workload as stressful as people make it? Not really. Like I said, guys, it's just being on top of your stuff. A big thing is a lot of times, a lot of your classes have midterms and finals, not really a lot of homework and stuff like that. It's like exams or essays. I remember in high school, I had math homework every single day. College isn't like that. Like, you don't have like daily homework, you know? You just have like big things to do. Somebody said, are there actually parties? Advice about frat parties. Okay, so let's just answer all of those together. So freshman and sophomore year, I mainly went to frat parties because I wasn't 21, so I couldn't go to the bars or anything. The bars were way more fun in my opinion because it was just more casual, and you would like meet up with your friend group to begin with, and then you go to the bars, and you can go home whenever you want, and you can go to different bars. At the University of Oregon, there was like kind of this order in which people would go to the bars. So it's like you start at this bar, and then you go to this one, and then you go to this one, and then you end at this one. I had really great friends throughout college that were always there for me, and we didn't like leave each other, you know, we always had a great time. I also had really great guy friends throughout college, and it sounds bad to say, but I always felt very safe and comfortable when I went out with them, just because I can't lie, they're an extra layer of protection and security. That's another great thing I think I should bring up really quick in college is like I didn't date anyone throughout college, and it was so great, but at the same time I made such great guy friends, and it was so nice to have them because they were always there for me whenever I needed them, and it was always fun to be able to just bring a friend to like sorority dances and not have any pressure or expectations, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just super easy and super fun and very enjoyable, and so I definitely recommend just be pals with people, you know? Friendships are wonderful. Oh yeah, this is another one. Are frat parties scary? No. Just watch out for yourself, watch out for your friends, have a good time, watch your drink, do not put your drink down or anything like that, be smart. Is it normal to not have a friend group but instead have individual friends? Yeah, I think that personally in college I had both. So I had my really close, like my really close-knit friend group that are my best friends and will be in my wedding and will be the godmother to my children. But then I also did have friendships that I made in college where it was just like an individual friendship where they had their own friend group and I had my own friend group, but we were also really close friends, so we would like go out for coffee together and things like that. What was your schedule for balancing your time with school, studying, friends, etc.? So definitely during the day, I was very like, or Monday through Thursday, I was always like, okay, school. Like I really want to focus on school. And then the weekends, I was more like, okay, like I've focused really hard on school for these past few days. I'm gonna go out with my friends for coffee, or we're gonna go out, you know, to a party or to the bars or whatever. It's like finding a balance and having whatever schedule works best for you. For me, like what was best for me was having that like, okay, Monday through Thursday, like work really hard, and then on the weekends, enjoy, have fun, spend time with your friends, and yeah. How do you deal with weight fluctuations due to change in lifestyle? Guys, number one, if you are struggling with an eating disorder when you go off to college, because like I was, still please get professional help. A lot of universities have health centers, so go check that out. Or if you currently have like a nutritionist or something, set up like remote meetings, you know, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. And number two, in terms of like weight fluctuations, you have to also remember when you're going to college, it's not just the change in lifestyle, like you are developing as a woman or as a male or however you choose to identify, and so that also does have to do with weight fluctuations. So it's not a big deal. You'll find your balance. It's okay if it takes you a little bit, and just show your body grace throughout college. Please guys, do not miss out on college opportunities because you're scared of food or something like that. If your friends, you know, at 2 in the morning, let's go get cookies and chocolate milk. Go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay if you gain a few pounds at college. Like, those memories that you're gonna make are worth way more than missing out in fear of gaining a few pounds. That's my opinion. That's how I lived my college experience, and I have no regrets for my college experience. It was amazing. What if I'm not completely sure what I want to do? Can you talk more about your major in advertising? Love you. Love you too. So basically, I started college as a business administration major just because I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was like, majoring in business is like a safe major, you know, like you can't go wrong with majoring in business, right? Even though I don't have any regrets in college, I think that maybe it would have been smarter to start college as being like undeclared, because winter term I decided to remove my business major and take a bunch of different classes in different areas to kind of figure out where my passion was and what I wanted to do. And that's what led me to advertising and the School of Journalism and Communications, because I liked business, but it was just a bit too like dry and analytical for me. Like, I wanted more creativity in the business world, and I wanted more client-based management type thing. Advertising and the School of Journalism and Communication gave that to me because I was able to be creative in advertising campaigns that we were making about really important social issues and various things like that. So that's kind of what led me into advertising. But yeah, so freshman year was definitely the toughest year in terms of like I had a couple different roommates, ups and downs, but also it was a great year because I got really close with my big. I got really close with women in my sorority, and I joined Love Your Melon freshman year. So I would say that was the toughest year. And then it kind of got better from that point, if that makes sense. Like, freshman was the toughest year, and then sophomore year was really great because I lived in my sorority house, and that was super, super fun and got to know women in my sorority even better. And then junior year was super fun because it was the first time I had like my apartment and all that stuff, and got to lead more in my sorority and got closer with friends and all that stuff. But then senior year was definitely the best year of college, like hands down. I think a huge part of that had to do with the fact that I was living with all of my best friends. It was always happy vibes, always positive vibes. I don't know, it was just like the most perfect year. Obviously COVID kind of messed it up a little bit, but it was an incredible experience, and I don't know, when I think about it, I get so happy because I feel so blessed. Senior year was definitely the best year of college, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight into college. Seriously guys, you have nothing to worry about. College is amazing. Just do what you can, pursue what you want, be passionate about things in college. If you've always wanted to be a part of something but you didn't have the chance to do it in high school, do it in college. Like, that is why college has so many clubs, so many organizations. It has Greek life if you want it, but if you don't want to be a part of Greek life, that's okay too. And yeah, so that's all I have to say. So thanks so much for watching this video. A shout out to Rachel per usual. Her link to her portfolio will be in the description below. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye!